going to teach you how to create a twirly dress, which this name was given to the dress by my daughter. She had a dress similar to this and just wore it constantly. So this is a twirly dress. It's perfect for little girls that just want something easy to throw on. You can dress it up, you can wear it daily, and it's really easy to make. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. You can find the guide on sizing below. I've created a little guide for you to measure out all of the rectangles that you'll need with the measurements and yards needed. Added all of the sizing from sizes 6 months to 12 years. For this project, you'll need fabric of your choice, which is best used as a light cotton or light linen. This would be great for the tutorial. Something that's light, something that can flow easily, and of course twirl. You'll want elastic thread, a coordinating thread to your fabric, 2 buttons and a buttonhole presser foot, a seam ripper, pins, an iron, sewing machine, and optional a serger. First, you're going to cut out your pattern shapes. So in the guide, you'll find all of the sizes that you'll need to end up with 6 large rectangles and 2 thinner rectangles for the straps. First, take your 2 most narrow rectangles, which are the front and back top pieces. Fold over the top edge 1/4 inch and press with an iron. Repeat another 1/2 inch and press. Stitch right along the edge of this fold and repeat this for the back top piece. Now you're going to use elastic thread to shirr the front and back bodice rectangles. If you haven't shirred fabric before, it takes some practice, but it's a great skill to have. You can also add elastic here instead if you prefer. To shirr the fabric, you'll need elastic thread and an empty bobbin. Draw with chalk or water-soluble pen even lines spaced about 1/2 inch apart. I made about 4 lines. Gently wrap the elastic thread around the bobbin, careful not to stretch the thread. Then insert it into your sewing machine without pulling the thread tight. Use the presser wheel on the side of your sewing machine to turn the needle up and down to catch the elastic bobbin thread to the back of the machine. Change your tension on your sewing machine to a high number and stitch length longer. You'll want to practice this on scrap fabric to see which tension works for your machine. Starting at the beginning of the first line that you drew, start stitching without a back stitch. Follow this line, and when you get to the end, pivot to the next line and keep stitching. The more lines, the more shirring starts to take shape. Continue until you get to the last line or you run out of thread. If this happens, just rethread the bobbin and continue stitching. To activate the elastic thread even more, use the steam on an iron to hover over the stitches. The fabric should bunch up even more this way. Now let's gather the other tiers. Add your original bobbin thread back to the bobbin casing and change your stitch length and tension as high as it will go. Starting 1/4 inch from the edge of the middle tier, create a gather stitch along the entire tier. It will gather on its own this way, and you can adjust the gathers as needed to fit the other tiers. Continue this for the middle and bottom tiers. Now lay out the top shirred piece in front of you, right side facing up. Now lay out the top shirred piece in front of you, right side facing up. Then pin the middle tier that you just gathered to this piece, right sides together. You can adjust the gathers until they are uniform across this tier. Repeat for all of the tiers. Now sew across 1/2 inch and finish off your seam with a serger or zigzag stitch. Now you'll have a front and back of your dress completed. Right sides facing, line up the side seams and sew at 1/2 inch. Hem the bottom of the dress by folding the bottom tier up 1/4 inch and press with an iron. Then fold again 1/2 inch and press and stitch the hem. We're going to start working on the straps. Take one strap piece and fold the narrow edges towards the wrong side 1/4 inch. Press. Fold the strap in half and press. This will create a guide for you to fold the other edges to the middle and press. Then fold again and press and sew right along the edge. Repeat this for the other strap. At one end of each strap, measure 1/2 inch and make a mark with chalk or a water-soluble pin. Then make a couple more marks an inch apart. This is where you'll make the buttonholes. Take your buttonhole presser foot and attach it to your sewing machine. You can always sew buttonholes by hand if you do not have this option. Starting at the mark you made, create the buttonhole according to your machine directions. For me, I just press the start button and my machine goes to work. Repeat this for all of the buttonholes. Add a pin to the top of the buttonhole and use a seam ripper to open the buttonhole. To find where to add the straps, first fold the dress in half and then half again. This is where you'll make a mark to add the straps to on the front and the back. For the front of the dress, stitch the straps to the front, and for the back on these marks is where you'll attach your buttons. So hand sew your buttons in place. Now you have a sweet twirly dress for your little one. This would totally work for a women's dress as well, and I can't wait to see what you create.